Why are modern pop songs usually 3 to 5 minutes long? Once upon a time, music was a grand, sprawling affair. Picture a 19th century concert hall, where orchestras poured their hearts into symphonies and concertos that stretched on for 30 or 40 minutes, sometimes even longer. These were epic tales woven in sound, inviting listeners to lose themselves in waves of melody and emotion, each movement unfolding like chapters in a novel. Fast forward to today, and the music landscape has changed dramatically. Open any music streaming app, and you will notice most pop songs clock in at 3 to 5 minutes. Anything longer than 6 minutes feels like a Rari ambitious saga. So what happened? Why did music shrink? The answer lies in a century-long story of technology, commerce, and changing lifestyles. Back in the early days of the music industry, the phonograph was king. These early record players were marvels, but they had a catch. Their discs could only hold 3 to 5 minutes of sound. Composers and performers had to squeeze their creativity into this tight window. Want to write a sprawling, operatic masterpiece? Tough luck, the record would stop spinning. This limitation forced musicians to craft songs that were short, catchy, and straight to the point, inadvertently shaping a new kind of musical storytelling, concise, memorable, and instantly gripping. As technology evolved, records gave way to tapes and CDs, which could hold much longer recordings. Musicians were free to stretch their wings, or so it seemed. Enter the radio, the next big player in this story. By the mid-20th century, radio stations became the gatekeepers of music. To maximize ad revenue and keep listeners hooked, they favored short songs that fit neatly into tight schedules. A 3 to 5 minute track was perfect, long enough to tell a story, short enough to leave room for commercials. Over time, this length became an unwritten rule in the music world. There's more to it, though. Today's fast-paced world also plays a role. Whether you're listening to music on your commute or catching a snippet in a short video online, a 3 to 5 minute song fits perfectly into our fragmented, on-the-go lives. Too long, and listeners might lose focus. Too short, and the song might not leave an impression. This sweet spot delivers just the right dose of melody and emotion. Why do some museum glass cases have no glare? Step into a museum, and you're often met with a magical sight. Ancient artifacts, shimmering jewels, or delicate manuscripts displayed in glass cases. But sometimes, that magic is interrupted by an annoying glare on the glass, reflecting your own face instead of the treasure inside. Yet, in some top-tier museums, the glass seems almost invisible, letting you gaze at every intricate detail without distraction. How do they pull off this trick? The answer, as it often is, comes down to a bit of money and a lot of science. Some museums spare no expense to enhance your experience, investing in anti-reflective glass. This isn't your average window pane. Anti-reflective glass is coated with a special thin film, carefully engineered for thickness and refractive index. This coating works like a clever optical illusion, bending light in a way that minimizes reflections. Regular glass reflects about 7% to 9% of light, creating that pale sky glow. Our anti-reflective glass, on the other hand, cuts this down to just 1% to 2%. The result? You're standing in front of a 2000-year-old vase, and it feels like there's nothing between you and history itself. Not every museum can afford this high-tech glass, though. Some take a different approach, working their magic with lighting by carefully positioning and tuning their light sources. These museums ensure that beams don't bounce directly into your eyes. Instead, the light softly illuminates the artifact, highlighting its details without creating glare. Picture a perfectly angled spotlight, casting a warm glow on a sculpture, making it feel alive while keeping the glass unobtrusive. Why do power cords have those little cylinders? Have you ever noticed a small, unassuming cylinder clipped on to the power cord of your laptop, charger, or other gadget. It's easy to overlook, blending into the cord like a humble sidekick. But don't TBFO old, this little hero, known as a ferrite bead or ferrite choke, is working hard to keep your devices running smoothly. Here's the story. When electricity flows through a power cord, it's not always a clean journey. Changing currents can create high-frequency electromagnetic noise, unwanted signals that act like static in a radio. Worse, power cords can behave like antennas, picking up stray electromagnetic waves from nearby Wi-Fi routers, phones, or other devices. This noise can disrupt your gadget, causing anything from a bootsy-ang sound in your speakers to glitches in your computer's performance. Enter the ferrite bead, a tiny but mighty guardian, made from a special material called ferrite. This cylinder acts like a filter. It uses magnetic fields to trap and absorb those troublesome high-frequency signals, converting them into harmless heat. Meanwhile, the normal electrical signals, the ones your device needs, pass through and is turbed. Think of the ferrite bead as a bouncer at an exclusive club, letting in only the VIP's useful signals, while keeping out the rowdy troublemakers' electromagnetic noise.